Kenny Xu.
Kenny Xu.
Now, Kenny Xu, president of Color Us United, a group that advocates against affirmative action.
Released book, An Inconvenient Minority.
An Inconvenient Minority. That is the name of a new book by our next guest, and how author Kenny Xu refers to Asian Americans.
Critical race theory asserts that the world in America is divided into a racial caste system, whites on the top, blacks on the bottom, but they have no idea what to do with Asian Americans.
Schools in communist China were about one thing: indoctrination. And our schools are approaching that pivotal point. As president of Color Us United, I will take your concerns, I will take your burdens about the school system, and I will represent you against all these forces trying to tear apart your family and indoctrinate your children to death.
As the case also points out, the standard isn't necessarily lowered because the students are all admitted. The question is whether race can be an added consideration, a tipping point.
No, the standard is lowered. The standard is lowered. The standard is lowered as the student premier admissions data shows. An Asian has to score 273 points higher on the SAT to have the same chance of admission as a black person. So the standard is lowered for black Americans. Asian Americans right now are in the middle of a political crisis because they are being taught a narrative about our country that does not comport with their experience. They're being taught that America is a racist country against them and that it's white Trump supporters that are targeting them. But their experience in San Francisco and Brooklyn is showing it's not the whites that are targeting them, and it's not Trump supporters that are targeting them. Instead, as I show in my book, An Inconvenient Minority, they're being targeted by progressives. Progressives are the ones who are trying to discriminate against Asian Americans in college admissions